Good morning. I just wanted to give some people like a review, an opinion, an update on my Supra. It's a 23 Supra A91. I had to say it like that because some people are like, oh, it's just another normal Supra, which it is. It's just another normal Supra. It's totally fine. I don't care, right? With it being said, just another normal Supra. It is the A91 edition. It doesn't have any of the crazy things that you would think it would have. Let's say like the CF editions had the higher trim all around in the rear, the side, and the front. Just within the differences are just a little higher stuff. That's all, just things like that. Obviously, all the vents are still fake. Everything about the Supra that you've learned over the last few years is still the same, right? The only thing different on this version is the red badge, right? The one that everybody going crazy for because it is a manual. The color is a special edition as well. I'm trying not to hit the Z. You get this little plaque right here if you ever get the 23s. Maybe a 24 will have it too, depending what they start doing now, maybe even numbered too. It's one of the cons I don't really not like about the car. It's like, oh, like you have one of the 500. That's cool. That's cool. You know, it is what it is. It is what it is. But it would be kind of cool if it's numbered. But then again, people get crazy if things get numbered, right? One of 500 made, one of 240 made. I have an S209 as well, and I have like 190 whatever. So, because if I was to say the real number, everyone would be like, oh my god, did you know? But I do have an S209 as well, and that is numbered, but you know how it gets. People get crazy with numbers. The interior is pretty much the same as a normal Supra. Nothing has changed, but I'm pretty sure you can see off the hand of all the reviewers and everybody else in the world going over the bars. Instead of being in aluminium, they're just normal, like not normal, but they're better bars with a cross matching color red as well, which is, I think, fantastic. And you have the bar across the middle with the GR right here. This is a sticker, just a harder sticker, so it will come off eventually in time. It's nothing like stamped in there or anything like that, which would be really cool. Just get it stamped in there. That would be really cool if it was stamped, but hey, can't complain, right? Obviously the cover, all your other stuff is all the same. Nothing's changed. You still have your VIN right here on the side. 56,000 maybe, I think, been made. I can't tell. I don't have it PPF, ceramic coated, stickered, anything to protect it from rock chips, anything like that. I don't have that, just because I've been quite busy lately, or people who I want to do it are just quite busy who can do it. Let's go on the inside and just see what I could point out. Maybe you guys want to see the inside. If not, it's cool, but I'll just give you my take of what I think about the inside. Here's the interior, right? The cognac, tan, brown, whatever interior you guys want to call it, whatever your color palette is. No discrimination, right? Everything worked so far. I didn't have any issues. The only issue I had with the car when I picked it up was the ADS, the blind spot monitoring system. It was being reduced, so I had to drop it off at my local Toyota dealership. They only have one master tech here in the local area with us in Florida, so I had to drop it off, come back and get the car by the end of the day, just because it just took so long. What they found out was it was disconnected, or wasn't plugged in all the way. I guess you would say it wasn't seated properly, so that's why it was reduced, which was a little weird. But the system was reduced, so like all my blind spot safety measures were not working properly. Just kept getting the message. And now, with it being only, how many miles are on the car? 419 miles. So around like 350, 400 miles. I was getting my wireless Apple CarPlay that connects up here. I was getting static when I would play music. Everything else would work, but I'm getting static. So with that being said, I have to bring it back now for them to fix it and find out what the issue is with that as well. That's not a fun time, right? Everyone picks up a car, you know, they all want it to be perfect and stuff. I'm okay with it. Things are meant to happen, and it's electronics. One thing breaks, something else will break. That's how I figure it out. The interior is really pretty. Not to get sidetracked. The interior is really pretty. It's really good. It's really comfortable. I would say it's a lot more comfortable than the Z. The interior of the Z seats are just not like Like, they're good, but like if I was sitting in a long time, I'd probably prefer the Supra over the Z. It's just based on like the cushions and how the seats are molded to you and the functionality of it and the better options they give you in the seat to keep you more comfortable. Everything has been the same. I had to buy a rear mat for the car. It didn't come with one. It was actually a lot cheaper when I bought it separately. Same with the USB package too, which I'll end up getting one day. With that being said, I saved almost $80 by not ordering it through the manufacturer. The reason why I say that is because obviously it didn't come with Toyota Guard or anything like that. It just came with the whole base price of $59,355 and no cents, right? So that's what I paid for the car. It was pretty cool. Everybody was really nice and happy. They saw the Z. They were like, holy shit, you have one. I was like, yeah, I have one. And when I got there, I picked up the car. The experience was pretty good. But as you could tell, I have a few things going on with the car that I need to get addressed. But this mat right here, the Supra mat, it didn't come with the car. I had to order this separately from my local Toyota dealer from within town. It cost me $117 with a discount instead of the $199 they started charging people over the last few years because of COVID and inflation and pricing and I don't know, hoarding. Let's just go with hoarding. I like hoarding better. Hoarding things. So it's kind of nice that I waited because Toyota is actually bringing down prices of a lot of the accessories. So that's kind of nice. I wanted to sit in the car. It's kind of cold. It just rained. It's about like, I don't know, 50 right now in Florida, 55. And just got to give you my feedback on the car. It's pretty fantastic. Obviously, I owned a 22. My experience with the 22 was fantastic. The 8-speed ZF was fantastic as well. Comparable to, you know, a 9-speed automatic transmission of the Nissan Z, which is really great as well. They're both seamless, both shift great. Has so many features. With a Supra versus my Z, I've had more fun driving the Z because it's un-nannied, I guess you would say, versus the Supra. It's very nannied. I have a lot of like safety stuff that I can't like throw it in the corner and do things like that. The Z, I can kind of just like flip it off and it's good to go. This one I have to do a little more to it, you know. It's not gonna let me do as much in this car. It feels like it's a bit more refined, right? It's being, you know, a bit more refined. Toyota took it and they were just like, let's just make it a bit more refined. But Nissan was like, oh, let's just, you know, have some more fun with it. And you throw it in the corner and things like that. It wants to drift. This one does not, right out of the box. A lot of the pros in this car are pretty much the same as it would be for a 22 Supra. I really like the, let's see if I get it, the stick. It's fantastic. The car is completely different with a manual versus with the 8-speed. That's just how it is. It drives way better than a 22. The 23 just drives like a lot better. Like the steering is better, the way you could just throw it in, the way they just did the modifications with the suspension and how they worked it all out. It's a really good driving car. Between both of them, I like both of them. They each have their pros and cons, but either way, if I was to buy one or the other, I would still be happy with either or, which is fantastic to say because, you know, people are always like, oh, why don't you buy one car and just keep it and mod it? I would love to, but when you have so many cars coming out in so little time, with electrification like right on everyone's, you know, mind and coming up real quick and from behind, where these cars may not even be around in the next few years. So that's another issue that we talked about, we ran into, was like things like this that may not be around anymore. So that's the reason why I jumped on these, and that's why I still have my STIs. That's why I still have certain vehicles around that I can help and like let other people drive and want to hang out and do what they want to do. These cars won't be garage queens unless I get a bigger garage or bring them up to a different house with a warehouse. I can do that. But overall, these cars have been fantastic. I drive them on the daily. This car has 420 miles, right? My Z has 1,400 miles. My Subaru has like 10,000 miles. Like, I have miles on them, but obviously I had other cars with miles on them, so I'm able to drive a bit more with other cars. If you guys have any questions, likes, or concerns, just hit me up on the messages, comment, anything like that, and I'll try to address them. If you guys want to see any more, I'll try to start working on driving videos. I guess people like that. I got a couple messages for that. So if that's something you guys want to see, let me know, and I'll try to work on it and get a GoPro or break out my old ones. So thank you. Have a nice day.